The Tiger, the Brahman, and the Jackal by Joseph Jacobs. Once upon a time, a tiger was caught in a trap. He tried in vain to get out through the bars and rolled and bit with rage and grief when he failed. By chance, a poor Brahmin came by. "Let me out of this cage, O pious one," cried the tiger. "Nay, my friend," replied the Brahmin mildly, "you would probably eat me if I did." "Good instincts, Mr. Brahman, good instincts." "Not at all," swore the tiger with many oaths. On the contrary, I should be forever grateful and serve you as a slave." "Then what's the point of getting out of the cage if you're just going to be a slave? Just stay in the cage. You probably get fed in there." Now when the tiger sobbed and sighed and swept and wept and swore, the pious Brahman's heart softened. I'm just 100% sure I'm saying that word wrong, but I don't know how else to pronounce it, so we're staying with Brahman. And at last he consented to open the door of the cage. Out popped the tiger, and seizing the poor man, cried, "See, you should have listened to your instincts, man." Seizing the poor man, cried, "What a fool you are! What is to prevent my eating you now, for after being cooped up so long, I am just terribly hungry." Okay, so staying in the cage wasn't getting you fed. Okay, I take back my previous statement. You needed to get out. In vain the Brahman pleaded for his life. The most he could gain was a promise to abide by the decision of the first three things he chose to question as to the justice of the tiger's actions. So why is the tiger allowing him to ask random people questions? If his plan is just to eat him, just eat him. You're just being cruel at this point. So the Brahmin first asked a pipal tree what it thought of the matter. The man is talking to trees. We have reached a level of fairy tale that I was not prepared for. But here we go. But the pipal tree replied coldly, "What have you to complain about? Don't I give shade and shelter to everyone who passes by, and don't they in return tear down my branches to feed their cattle? Don't whimper, be a man." Wow. The pipal tree is just out here questioning manhood and stuff. Then the Brahman, sad at heart, went further afield till he saw a buffalo turning a well wheel. But he fared no better for it answered, "You are a fool to expect gratitude. Look at me, whilst I gave milk, they fed me on cottonseed and oil cake, but now I am dry, they yoke me here and give me refuse as fodder." Oh, that's kind of sad. Poor buffalo. I'm a little confused why the buffalo is giving milk. Are girl buffalo also just called buffalo? You know what? We're just going to move on. The Brahman, still more sad, asked the road to give him its opinion. The road, I feel like you need to ask better people. Just go ask another person. There are other people around you. Go ask a person. "My dear sir," said the road, "how foolish you are to expect anything else. Here am I, useful to everybody, yet all, rich and poor, great and small, trample on me as they go past, giving me nothing but the ashes of their pipes and the husks of their grain." On this the Brahmin turned back sorrowfully, and on the way he met a jackal, who called out, "Why, what's the matter, Mr. Brahmin? You look as miserable as a fish out of water." So wait, the Brahmin was alone? Why didn't he just run away? Is the tiger not with the Brahmin? Just flee, man. Run. The Brahmin told him all that had occurred. "How very confusing," said the jackal when the recital was ended. "Would you mind telling me over again, for everything has got so mixed up?" I'm right there with you, Mr. Jackal. I don't understand it either." The Brahmin told it all over again, but the jackal shook his head in a distracted sort of way and still could not understand. "It's very odd," said he sadly, "but it all seems to go in at one ear and out at the other. I will go to the place where it all happened, and then perhaps I shall be able to give a judgment." So they returned to the cage by which the tiger was waiting for the Brahmin and sharpening his teeth and claws. So yeah, the tiger was back at the cage. Why didn't the guy just say, just never ask anybody about their opinion? You know what? I'm getting a little bit too lost. I'm just going to keep on going. You've been away a long time, growled the savage beast, but now let us begin our dinner. You should just be grateful he came back. I would have left. I would have been so far gone. Our dinner, thought the wretched Brahmin as his knees knocked together with fright. What a remarkably delicate way of putting it. Well said, Mr. Brahman, well said. Give me 5 minutes, my lord, he pleaded, in order that I may explain matters to the jackal here, who was somewhat slow in his wits. The tiger consented, and the Brahman began the whole story over again, not missing a single detail and spinning as long a yarn as possible. Oh, my poor brain, oh, my poor brain, cried the jackal, wringing its paws. Let me see, how did it all begin? You were in the cage, and the tiger came walking by. Pooh, interrupted the tiger, what a fool you are. I was in the cage. Of course, cried the jackal, pretending to tremble with fright. Yes, I was in the cage. No, I wasn't. Dear, dear, where are my wits? Let me see. The tiger was in the Brahmin, and the cage came walking by. No, that's not it either. Well, don't mind me, but begin your dinner, for I shall never understand. Yes, you shall, returned the tiger, in a rage at the jackal's stupidity. Dude, just take the win. Like, eat your Brahmin and go about your day. I'll make you understand. Look here, I am the tiger. Yes, my lord. And that is the Brahman. Yes, my lord. And that is the cage. Yes, my lord. And I was in the cage. Do you understand? Yes. No. Please, my lord. Well, cried the tiger impatiently. Please, my lord, how did you get in? How? Why, in the usual way, of course. Oh, dear me, my head is spinning to whirl again. Please don't be angry, my lord, but what is the usual way? At this, the tiger lost patience and, jumping into the cage, cried, This way. Now do you understand how it was? Perfectly, grinned the jackal, as he dexterously shut the door, and if you will permit me to say so, I think matters will remain as they were. Dang, Mr. Jackal. You just stuck that guy back in his cage. Well done. Bravo, sir. Bravo. Tricked him quite thoroughly. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, The Tiger, the Brahmin, and the Jackal is one of our favorite fairy tales. It was published in Indian Fairy Tales, illustrated by John T. Patton. Oh, I wanted the commentary. Where's the funny commentary? Oh, well. I guess we'll just leave off with the Jackal being his clever self. And his last line, I think matters will remain as they were. And the jackal and the Brahman lived happily ever after, and the tiger probably died in the cage. The end, I guess.